March 3rd, 4th, and 5th, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The sun is in Pisces and the moon is in Leo. Can we just talk about that for a minute? We're talking about water and fire. March 4th, I had a friend who had a brother who was born on March 4th. And whenever he'd say his birthday, he'd say March 4th. But he was a Pisces, and we have to just speak to this. Pisces has a tendency to be an addict or someone who gets lost in space, or they find themselves in an imaginary life. And that's what happened to him. It was a very sad story. However, the upside is his sister took his legacy and she took his art and took it public. That is Pisces Leo, the most artistic impulse you can imagine. Pisces makes up things. They live in an imaginary world where they create and they have visions and they see things. And Moon and Leo says, oh, let's add a little bit of color. Let's add a little bit of spice. So this weekend is a great time for turning up the volume, enjoying the party, feeling the energy. And yes, alcohol is a Pisces Leo thing. What is alcohol? It's called spirits. It's a Pisces dream. How do we increase our spirits? How do we turn up the volume? The early degree, when it first happens on Friday, the moon is opposite Capricorn. So the moon's in Leo and Pluto's at very late degree Aquarius, which makes for an intensity. So that would be Friday. You might be feeling, if you are a late degree Capricorn, born on the very end of Capricorn, you could be feeling tense right now, like your life is calling for transformation. Then Saturn's in Aquarius opposite the moon in Leo on the 5th. So there's another emotional. When the moon's opposite Pluto, it's emotional. When the moon's opposite Saturn, it's emotional. And because there's drama this weekend, you guys do your best to turn the volume down with your awareness on. Because when Leos and Pisces get together, all they want to do is go have a party. There's 3 planets in water. There's 3 planets in fire. This is the conversation of today. Water and fire creates confusion. Water is our sensitivity that wants nothing more than to be soft, to be in the feeling realm, to be in the creative realm. And fire is like, oh my God, let's turn up the volume, get excited. And so that's where alcoholism becomes a problem, because we're trying to escape the sensitivity of life with a little bit of drama, better known as turn up the volume. So pay attention during the weekend. We're building up to a full moon. When the moon is right now only opposite in Leo, it's going to be in Virgo. That's what an opposite is. A full moon is when the sun and moon are exactly opposite. Right now it's in Leo and the energy is really building. So I just want to say, if we could be aware of what part of us gets addicted and what part of us tries to escape the pain body, that would be Pisces. It's the part in all of us that goes, it's too much here. I've had too much tension. I've got too much depression. I've got too much something. And then the moon of Leo goes, oh, just enjoy yourself. So be careful. If this weekend you have the gift of being able to give yourself on Saturday and Sunday the observer, which is what I teach, if you can put your awareness on and go, wow, I do feel tense. I am noticing I want that extra drink. What if I did my awareness and said, I heard on the astrology videos that the impulse is to be dramatic. If a baby were born with this, they'd have the most creativity, the impulse to always turn up the volume, to find themselves in creation impulsively, sewing, making things, Pisces, Leo, painting, making beautiful art. And then the pressure gets too big, the person feels sad, they find an escape route, and that's where the problems begin. So what if we could stay present? Saturn's in Aquarius. It's the end of the cycle. We're almost done with Saturn and Aquarius, and we were supposed to be learning in this era how to turn on our observer, study astrology, watch these videos, and say, I'm starting to notice my impulses and my addictions. And by doing so, astrology becomes the doorway to help you turn on awakeness. I'm here to wake you up, said Debra Silverman. Astrology Answers wanted me to say, the moon's in Leo this weekend. Turn up the volume with your awareness on. If you're like me, you're ready for more, and I have really good news. I'm teaching again, and I want to help you discover your significant planet, or the planets that are really influencing your psychology, because you have a purpose and a contract that you agreed to before you arrived here on this planet. And the quickest path that I found for figuring out your purpose is through studying first the planets. When you figure out that significant planet, there goes the confusion, and suddenly you feel so much more comfortable being yourself. Click the link in the description to learn more about the planets, my very best friends.